far, we have lit the hope candle and the peace candle. Today we light the third candle, which is the love candle, sometimes called the Bethlehem candle. Most people know the basic version of the Christmas story. Joseph, Mary, a donkey, angels, a star, a stable, kings, shepherds, and of course, baby Jesus in a manger. Under normal conditions, many of these people and things would have nothing in common. Kings and shepherds would not be hanging out, and especially not in the stable with their commoners. Mary and Joseph's trip to Bethlehem was dangerous, difficult, and exhausting. It took them many days to travel the 70 miles between Nazareth and Bethlehem. And yet, step by step, they were obedient to God and to the government that ordered the census. They would have traveled mostly on foot on roads that were hot and dusty that they carried, and then they carried everything that they needed. They probably joined together with other small bands of travelers for safety and companionship. Mary and Joseph had eyes of faith, recognizing that God was directing their path, even to that small animal barn. God guided them one step at a time, and they obeyed one step at a time. God calls us to the same type of obedience today. He doesn't reveal our whole life's plan and say, now go and do it, you're on your own. Instead, God gently leads us one step at a time. Following where God leads, who knows what might happen? Many of the people traveling were simply following government orders to return to the city of their birth. They might have been looking forward to meeting with other family members from far away. Others were in Bethlehem selling goods and services to the travelers. Soldiers were there to keep the peace. Many people may have been tired, frustrated, on edge, or even bored with having to go through the whole process. Little did they know that they bumped into Joseph and Mary, the great event that was about to happen. Tradition suggests that Joseph was turned away several times by busy innkeepers before one of them noticed Mary's need. That innkeeper didn't offer much, but he did offer what he had. Whether intentional or not, an act of love was shown by that innkeeper on the very night when God's plan of perfect love was gifted to all of us. There is an incredible sense of power and freedom in both giving and receiving love without condition or expectation. The experience can be so profound that we lose track of whether we are giving or we are receiving. From his very birth, Jesus taught that we should love everyone. Black, brown, white, rich or poor, cool or nerdy, conservative or liberal, gay, straight or questioning, Democrat or Republican. As followers of Jesus, love is who we are. Love is what we celebrate this season and every season. God's love for us, our love for God, and the overflow of that love to all others. Dear God, thank you for planning the path of our lives. Help us to follow in obedience as Mary and Joseph did. Show us each step and light our direction so that there will be no doubt. Remind us when life is busy and cluttered to look for your presence. Prod us with your love when we begin to allow other things to crowd you out of our lives. Help us to trust in your leading. Amen.